Are listening and watching JED TV and WJOB. We're here along Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond, Indiana. In just a little bit, we're going to bring in Gloria GoGo Morris, and she's going to take the show over. But for right now, we are live. We're going to go live on JED TV in just a moment, and I'll set that up for you guys, and then I will hand it over to them, and that is where we are. Once again, hello all you radio listeners. We're actually going to record this live, so I want everybody to understand that you cannot swear during this time. But this show is called Region Angels, and I have to stall just a moment for it to hook to YouTube. And there we go. Take it away, Gloria.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Region Angels. It's a show that celebrates the cool things that are going on around the region and the people that are doing great things. We feature nonprofits, we feature businesses. I'm starting to broaden the scope, and we are going to open it up to people who are starting new projects, maybe angel investors, maybe people looking for funding for their businesses. So we used to do the show just for nonprofits, and I'm a business person. I just made an announcement that I'm going to announce here too, is why not? I have had a business called Float 60 for 10 years, and oh my gosh, the trials and tribulations, but overall it's been amazing. Like the learnings, it's unbelievable. I announced that our building in Chicago was sold, and the closing of the building to the new owners took place this week, and I have no more time left on my lease as an obligation, so I am taking the out, and I'm partnering with another fantastic float studio that's much newer, much more modern because we're 10 years old. And they have basically agreed to partner with us and take care of my dear, dear customers who have been coming to us. We've had 70,000 customers. I can't even wrap my head around that, because when I started this business 10 years ago, I didn't know, would anybody ever try a sensory deprivation tank in my new space? It was crazy. So, kind of emotional. I also have talked about John Chico's Menswear being 73 years in the region. That's my family's business. So talk about an emotional year as it relates to business. But yeah, that's happening. So the show, speaking of charity, started in 2018. We've done close to 80 shows. Today is the 79th show, I think. And, we have a lot of stops and starts. I have a full-time job. I have businesses. I can't do this all the time, but I'm very passionate about it because there's so much cool stuff going on in the region and nobody knows about it until after it's happened. So I'm like, why don't we start to feature this? So today I have a new friend. She doesn't even know we're friends yet, but we're going to be friends because I love what she's doing. I have Jessica Enriquez here, and I'm going to let her introduce herself, but I stumbled upon her because she found us at the Great Lakes Sports Hub, and she has a company where she needs venues, and that's kind of how we got started. So we'll go into that in a little bit, but no further ado, here is Jessica. Jessica, welcome to WJOB in the beautiful Strachan Van Til Studios.
Yes, thank you so much. And also congrats, Gloria. That's a huge thing. Yeah, huge accomplishment there with your business.
Thank you. It's been, oh my gosh, I could write a book on all of the adventures we've had, because we've had 5 locations, and but this is the OG. Yeah. This was where it all started. So last night I was an emotional wreck. I didn't sleep well, and we have another month. I'm giving everybody a month to use their credits with us and say goodbye. And I do have one left that is actually almost under contract to be sold in Chesterton. So lots of change.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
well, I know how entrepreneurship goes. When we release things, also great things create. So
yes,
that is kind of going a little bit into my story too.
Yes.
So essentially my name is Jessica. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. And I own a nonprofit called Sisterhood Social Co. that is based in Northwest Indiana. We are a women's community and we are focused on creating connection, but not just a typical network networking club. We focus on connecting to ourselves, connecting to sisterhood and community, and connecting to something bigger, whether that's purpose or whether that's expressing ourselves. And we have seen it. We have seen women really connecting to themselves, making new friends, and leaving with friendships, and then going out and doing something bigger. And we've seen women start businesses. We've seen women doing more things within their family or just for themselves. And it's been an amazing thing to see. So,
I
yeah.
saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it until we found each other online. Sounds like a love story. And then I happened to be close to where you had your last event, and I popped in, and I was like, oh my gosh, this energy is so great. But before we go too far into that, I do want to dig into who you are. What is your story? Like, where are you from? Where'd you go to school? What's your background?
Yeah. So, I primarily have lived in Northwest Indiana, went to Lake Central High School.
Okay.
And then for college, I went to Purdue Northwest here in Hammond, and I got an accounting degree, completely different than what I do now. Went into accounting, actually worked for the local steel mill, and then realized that this wasn't exactly for me and went into entrepreneurship. So dove right into branding and design, started a business. But at some point, working remotely kind of gave me some anxiety because you're not working with other people. You're at home by yourself all the time, which I know a lot of people have felt that too, and created some anxiety and some disconnection. And that's where I was like, we need more connection in this world. And I felt a calling to start the nonprofit Sisterhood Social from that.
Well, I want to give you a shout out because even obviously your other career in marketing and branding has spilled over into this nonprofit.
Yeah.
And so when I first saw your name and I looked you up, I'm like, wow, this is really interesting. I love your social media presence. I see you have, I'm not on TikTok, but I saw in my research that you have a TikTok page for your organization and for you, which I didn't even know there was an organization thing. And I used to be a marketing expert. I'm so behind. We need to do such a better job in my own businesses. Like it's sad. So do you still do that? And then you're doing this too. Like, how did you make that switch?
Transition. Yeah. So I do still do branding and design. I did take a quick pause for about 2 months for branding design just right now because Sisterhood Social has been growing so fast.
Yes.
So I did continue it because it is my bread and butter. It is my love. But I did take a quick pause on it just right now for focusing on Sisterhood Social, but we are evolving. Similar to how you kind of went through is like, okay, I'm letting this go, but it's evolving into something new. That's how things are for the branding and design side.
Great.
Yeah.
So, okay. You come up with this idea. Was it modeled off of something else?
Sisterhood Social.
Yeah, like where did this idea come from?
Okay, so let's even go back even further. I did go to a retreat. I went to a retreat about 2 years ago to date. And at this retreat, I noticed that people desired connection. That's why people went to this retreat, right? Women came here because they want connection. And again, it goes back to connection to ourselves, connection to something deeper, community. And I'm like, wait, like this is actually the key to life, right? If we don't have these things, we're going to feel sad. We're going to feel depressed, right? We're not going to feel that good in ourselves. So that retreat was really what shifted things for me. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where this is going to go or what this means. And then when I hit my anxiety, it kind of was like the spark of like, Northwest Indiana needs this. I've traveled to so many different places, conferences, events, retreats to get there, paid tons of money. Why can't we make that accessible here in Northwest Indiana?
Yeah, it was noticeable because I've had businesses in Chicago now for a decade, like I said, and I work in Chicago, and there's all kinds of great stuff. And I'm always like, oh man, like I played pickleball in the city, and I'm terrible, but they had this really cool pickleball thing. I'm like, oh my God, we need something like this. It was like a social thing plus. So I love getting this inspiration and then trying to figure out how to make our region cooler. And you've definitely made it cooler, Jessica. I can tell you. So when you talk to our staff about bringing your event to the Great Lakes Sports Hub, you kind of reinforced what my original vision was for our outdoor space and everything. So I'm really excited to see how
Me
you bring
too.
it to life. And I definitely want to tap into you for some other events we're having. But
Absolutely.
how did you actually go to the point where you went and created a nonprofit legally? Because that is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, like how did I know that it was a time
Yeah.
or
Yeah. And just like tell people about the process because that's not easy to do.
yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's if anyone is watching this and is an entrepreneur, you know you're up morning to night with a million ideas and you're pushing through, right? And so I think that's where the phase happened for me is like once I had that idea, it's like, oh my gosh, I need to create this. It was like, let's go. Let's do everything we have to do. I did file the 501c3 easy. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've heard of that, but it
Yes.
is a lot easier in that
Yeah.
way. And we were able to get it approved pretty quickly, actually. I think within, I could be wrong. Don't quote me, about 6 weeks or more.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah,
is pretty
it was pretty
fast.
quick.
Yeah. So my I know about this process
Yeah,
because Region Angels is now a
that's
nonprofit.
awesome.
It's in the process. We haven't been approved yet,
Yeah.
but we've filed everything, and I have somebody on my board, Dana Rafai. Shout out to Dana, who's my legal board member.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's definitely not easy, and there's a
There's
lot
a
of
lot.
responsibility that comes with it
Yes.
and paperwork. And
Yeah.
so, do you have? Thank goodness you're an accountant or in the
Yeah.
background, right? Like,
Yeah.
are you like? That's your thing,
Yeah.
right? So I'm assuming you do your own books. You're not going
Mm-hmm.
to pay somebody to do that.
Yeah.
Um, how much administration do you have to deal with to actually run an event like this?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. I did join a course to support me in learning how to do all those things. And
Mhm.
again, it's a lot of research. Oh my gosh, I didn't know about this, right? Going from a regular typical profit business to a nonprofit, there's a lot of learning curves I didn't realize. So I definitely had to do a lot of research, a lot of ChatGPT questions.
Oh,
Yes.
Jessica, hold on. What you don't know about me is I work for Google.
Yeah.
So you got to use Google Gemini. Stop using ChatGPT.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. You can use both. I actually
okay.
use both, but Google is a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm going on record. If anybody from my Google family who knows I do this crazy show, so I'm just
That's
busting
awesome.
your
I'll have to
chops.
look.
But yeah, so like using AI to help
Yeah.
you build this.
Mm-hmm.
How do you use AI in something like this? Like because I want people, especially people who are thinking about doing something cool. Now's the time to try to
Yes.
do something cool
Yes.
because you can get help.
Yes.
So describe that.
I mean, that's the thing is I feel like there are so many resources available to us. So if you have an idea, that's all you need to the start. Just let yourself be creative in all of the ideas and then go, like I said, go hard, go time, like get onto Google, social media, AI, right? ChatGPT, there's Claude too. I'm giving all the shout outs to all these different
Claude,
AI.
but
Yes.
she didn't say Gemini yet.
Gemini, Google
I
Gemini.
need to work on her.
I'm gonna check them out.
Okay.
But yeah, there's so many resources available, and that's I think the other part of this is I didn't realize just how many resources there are available. Even in Indiana, right? There are
Yes.
so many resources here, even to this point, sitting here today, right?
Yep.
Like there are so many resources here in Indiana, Northwest Indiana, and I have been tapping into that now since I've started this nonprofit here.
And how long has it been since you've had it?
I want to say I think it's been 10 months.
10 months. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So very new.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of grant opportunities out there.
Yeah.
So I'm a board member on the Legacy Foundation. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
familiar with
I've
Legacy,
heard of
but
them.
you should definitely apply for grants
Yeah.
there. The Service League of Northwest Indiana, we love to support, nonprofits. So we'll give you the links to the
Yes.
grants there. But so what is the vision? I saw that you had, these events, and I like to have you talk about the events so people
Yeah.
can actually visualize what it's all about. But I saw a post that you're going to do them bi-weekly now
Yeah.
or bi-monthly.
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly,
Okay,
yeah.
that's a lot of work.
Yes.
Are you insane? The answer is
I
probably
think,
yes.
I think, yeah. I think as any entrepreneur knows,
Yeah.
we're pretty crazy.
Do you have people helping you?
I do, yeah. So one, we do obviously have volunteers. We do have a volunteer board as well that helps a lot with just like my crazy ideas and thoughts, right? And I do also we hired someone for social media, which has been a huge help. And we are going to be hiring someone to help us on site coordinating and stuff. But it's still small, very small team. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now in terms of team. And the vision you asked was the other question. So I really think my vision here is to continue creating what we're creating with these events. It's creating an impact. People are leaving with a planted seed and taking something out of our events and going forth and creating something beautiful for themselves, whatever that is. So continuing these 3-hour mini retreats, it's what we call it. And I also recently did a weekend retreat that we launched, and that booked out within a week, which was really cool. So continuing these mini retreats that are accessible, always really affordable, and also doing weekend long retreats.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, so here's another fun fact that you didn't know about me and that I think we're going to have a future together. This is why I
Yeah.
told you don't know you're going to be my friend. So I recently invested in a property in New Buffalo, Michigan. No, it's
Oh my
not
gosh.
in the 219 proper, but it's
Yeah.
very close.
Yeah.
And maybe, who knows, we can expand it to here. It's called Petite Acres. And I'm going to
Ooh.
have them on the show, the founders of that. It is a beautiful
Yeah.
retreat and venue and wellness concept with tiny houses. They're like, you can't live there, but
Yeah.
it's like a hospitality venue. It's a wedding venue. So I envision the Sisterhood blowing up
Yes.
and us renting the entire facility
Yes.
and having a really awesome weekend retreat up there someday. But we do have to find
Love.
something in the region. So
Yeah.
I know we don't have a ton of time. These shows go by so fast.
Yeah.
You have an event coming up.
Yes.
Tell us all about that. Who's going to be there? Where is it? You got to plug
Yeah.
that. What is it all about? What can somebody expect? How much does it cost?
For sure. Yeah. So our event is going to be called Move with Fire, and we're going to be doing it at Great Lakes Sports Hub
Thank you.
in Crown Point, Indiana. Absolutely beautiful facility.
Thank you.
And it's really going to be same thing that we've been talking about: connection to self, connection to sisterhood, connection to expression. And in this one, we're really going to be focusing on releasing and letting go, as we've been talking about. Something I've experienced myself, Gloria just talked about, right? Letting go is one of the hardest things. You almost go through a grief experience, whatever it is, whether this doesn't
So
even have to be
much.
business. It could be life, it could be career, it could be something even simple and small. But letting go, that's going to be our theme, is letting go, releasing. We might do some screaming. We are
Oh
gonna
my
be-
God, I'm going to be so good at this.
Yes. So we're going to be doing movement to help us release. We're going to be doing a meditation to help us release. And like I said, we're going to be doing some screaming and just having fun. We'll have the community circles, the small intimate circles, and some journaling. And at the end, we'll have some vendors who are providing free treatments and products.
Yeah, so there's a great lineup of vendors I saw.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to call them out. Sometimes you probably don't want to because you won't list them all or remember. But where can they go to find information about your organization in this particular event?
Yes. So you can find us on TikTok and Instagram at sisterhoodsocialco.co, at sisterhoodsocial.co. You can also find us on Eventbrite, Sisterhood Social Co. You can find us on Facebook as well. And I forgot to also add that the tickets are only $35, but something else as a nonprofit is we always want to make sure that this is accessible to everybody. We do have a form at the bottom of our events that if you cannot make it for financial reasons, we don't want that to be a reason why you can't come. Please fill out that form. Please let us know. We will make sure you get that free ticket so you can come.
That's great. And then, Jessica, do you also look for sponsors for your events?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would somebody that's listening who might be inspired by this get in touch with you personally to sponsor an event? And what does that even look like?
Yeah, for sure. Reach out to me on social media, again at sisterhoodsocial.co, or you can email me at jessica@sisterhoodsocial.co. We are, sneak peek, doing a little wellness event, or wellness festival.
Yeah.
I should say festival, next month, which we're going to be asking for sponsors for because it's going to be a pretty big festival.
So we should have coordinated because we are planning a wellness festival at the hub.
Yeah.
So maybe we can put our heads together here, and I can maybe I should delay mine. But yeah, I think this is so needed.
Yeah.
This is so inspiring. We definitely I felt the energy. I reconnected with a bunch of people that I knew.
Yeah.
Theresa, that was
Yes.
there from Spa, Spa, is that how you
Yeah.
say it?
Yeah.
And I met the owner who I'd never had a chance to meet, that we are
Yes.
all connected. Like, I know her friend, she knows mine. So I left there feeling, and I was not there very long. I just went and took a couple pictures to kind of feel it out. But I left there feeling like, wow, this is so incredible. The energy was fantastic. We need so many of these positive things in our lives
Yes.
because there's so much not positive that we
Yes.
get bogged down. So I really consider you to be a region angel, which is the epitome of what this show wants to highlight. So I'm thrilled to have you on. I'm thrilled to be a host. I'm thrilled to be, just watching you grow. And is there anything else you want to leave with before we wrap up?
I think the last thing I just want to say is if anyone is going through any sort of mental tough time or any just hard time in general, we welcome you to come into this space. This is a great place to be. And yeah, I hope you join us. And I just want to give a final thank you to you, Gloria, and to Region Angels for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Great. Well, thank you. And for those watching that aren't familiar with Region Angels, regionangels.com. At the top, there is a banner that you can click on to nominate somebody that's inspiring, like Jessica. If you know anyone, they don't have to be a business person. They don't have to be a nonprofit anymore. We've expanded the show to highlight anybody that's really doing good in the community and trying to make a difference. So please go to regionangels.com, hit the nominate button. My co-host, Tina Chip, who's not here today, she will kill me if I do not promote our YouTube channel that I was the one pushing her to promote, but I keep forgetting to say, at Region Angels. Go on there. Don't just like the video when you see it. You have to subscribe. We're at 100. It's embarrassing because I work for Google. You'd think, because we own YouTube, that I'd have some pull. I have no pull. It's hard to get followers. It's hard to get subscribers. You're competing with so much, but it does make a difference. And that way you'll be updated on our videos. So Region Angels on YouTube, hit subscribe and definitely like this video, share it so that Jessica can get some more exposure, and we will be back soon. So until next time, thank you for tuning into the Region Angels. My name is Gloria Morris. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you to everybody that is listening on the radio and watching on JED TV. That has been Region Angels, and all of you on YouTube also. We very much appreciate it. So it's going to take me a little bit to take it down here, and until next time, we will see you later.